Hello YouTubers, this is Abby Cruz recording my video about WrestleMania 40 Night 1. WrestleMania. For 40 years, they have created the greatest pay-per-view of all time. For 40 years, all the generation of fans have grew up watching one of the greatest things in sports entertainment. All the superstars that competing, all the stars of generations have created legacies, histories of making, different eras, all the eras. WrestleMania. Through every generation of fans, through every generation of superstars have watched and compete at WrestleMania. And now they are at the 40th anniversary of the greatest stage of them all. And now I am here to talk about the WrestleMania 40 Night 1, the matches, and my opinion of who should have won the match. Right now, WrestleMania 40 is at Philadelphia, and that has been around since 1999. Now, I will give you the results of the match and who I wanted to win and, etc., etc. The first match is Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch for the Women's World Championship. Now, before I talk about the match, the commentators explained that Becky had a 100-something degrees fever, that she had a strep throat, and I think that is why how the match is. Now, in my opinion, I really wanted Becky to win the match, but because of health circumstances, they have made the right decision for Rhea Ripley to retain the championship. Health is pretty important, so I'm not disappointed how the match ended. In the circumstances of Becky Lynch's strep throat and her 100 degrees something fever, I'm not surprised that they switch up the original plan, maybe. I'll give Becky Lynch credit. Even when she was a little sick, she kept going. That's the thing I like about superstars, that no matter the obstacle, no matter the circumstances, they have performed like they should always. I'm giving Becky Lynch credit, even if she lost. In her triumphant, she did win against a simple fever and a strep throat. But I'm glad it was a good match. It wasn't bad. I just wish Becky won, but because of the circumstances, they made the right decision for Rhea Ripley to keep the title for a while. I just hope that maybe next time that whoever wants to defeat Rhea Ripley should be someone who deserves it and earns it. And I feel like, who really should defeat Rhea Ripley? Because of this revenge tour thing from this certain wrestler, Liv Morgan. Now think about this. I feel like maybe Liv Morgan should face Rhea Ripley at SummerSlam. Because think about it. Rhea Ripley becomes number one contender. She wants revenge. Yada yada yada. The build up of you betraying me and all that stuff. So think about this. Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley at SummerSlam. Make that happen. The next match is a 6-pack tag team ladder match for the Undisputed Tag Team Championships. It will be A-Town Down Under, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, the reunited Awesome Truth, The Miz and R-Truth, the Judgment Day, who are Finn Balor and Damian Priest, DIY, who are Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, the New Day, who are Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, and the new tag team called the New Catch Republic, who are Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. And it's just not a regular ladder match for the Undisputed Tag Team titles. There are two sets of titles, the Raw Tag Team titles and the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Now, I was watching that match and I was a little confused because I'm like, wait, why there are two sets of titles? When you have Undisputed titles, it should be one set of titles, the red and the blue, together, right? But then I was like, are they separating the titles? Looks like they are. But here is my my opinion, who I wanted to win. I actually wanted DIY to win the tag team titles. And then maybe the New Catch Republic. Because I feel like they need the tag team titles more than Awesome Truth, the Judgment Day, and DIY. I mean not DIY. I want DIY and the New Catch Republic to win because I feel like they need the tag team titles more than the New Day, the Judgment Day, Awesome Truth, and the A-Town Down Under. But the winner of the match is A-Down Down Under. They became the new SmackDown Tag Team Champions, while the Awesome Truth are also the new Raw Tag Team Champions, which means 2 titles are separate. Now, here's the thing. In my opinion, they should have just got rid of the red and the blue tag team titles and bring back a single tag team title, like the tag team title that has been around since the World Wrestling Federation days, and that is the World Tag Team Championships. You see, you have many tag teams, right? So why can't you just create one tag team title? One. Because I feel like that having 2 sets of tag team titles in separate brands is just too much. You have many tag teams from different brands, Raw and SmackDown. You don't need 2 sets of titles. Have 1 set of titles. Because I feel like that having 1 set of titles will make the tag team more like, oh my god, one is so bad. Because the tag team's division needs to be together. Now, I get it that they're in separate brands, but it's better to have more tag team divisions than a few tag team divisions at separate brands. So I think that having 1 tag team title, that is the World Tag Team titles in my opinion, should have the whole thing. All of the tag team divisions competing for it. But I don't know what are they up to by separating. I don't know if they're going to redesign the tag team titles. I feel like they are because they did the same thing with the SmackDown Women's title and the Raw Women's title. And here's the thing. If they're going to redesign it, then bring back the World Tag Team titles. Bring that redesign back. And bring the old tag team titles that SmackDown used to have back in 2002. Remember that design? Those are the designs of the tag team titles. The ones they have now, they look like nickel and dimes. They look like silver coins. And when they had the other tag team titles back in the day, when the Hart Dynasty had it, they look like penny titles. Like a 1-cent title. In my opinion, you should make titles have a unique design. Because having those weird regular designs, that looks like a nickel and dime or a penny, it's just boring. I know people keep saying appearances are not important. Okay, I get that part. But let me tell you one thing. Sometimes you should have good appearance of the title belts to make them look prestigious, to make them look important. And that's what titles should look like. They should look important. They should look prestigious. And whoever holds it can make it look prestigious. That's what championships are. And that's why it should be. Anyway, the next match is Rey Mysterio and Andrade with Carlito, Cruz de Toro, and Joaquin Wilde and Zelina Vega versus Santos Escobar and Dominic Mysterio, who are with Angel, Borto, and Elektra Lopez. Originality, it was supposed to be Dragon Lee in this match, but in a storyline, he got beat up. I wonder who it is. Could be Carlito because, think about it. I saw the face expression when Rey Mysterio picked Dragon Lee instead of Carlito. I see why, because Carlito wanted revenge against Santos Escobar, but I have a feeling there's going to be a feud between Carlito and Rey Mysterio. I see the expression of Carlito's face. And who could blame him? He really wants to face Santos Escobar. And if that is the case, you should have talked to Rey Mysterio. Tell him that you want to face Santos Escobar. I have a feeling Carlito's going to turn heel pretty soon. And he's going to turn on Rey Mysterio just like everyone has done over the years. And to tell you the truth, I feel like Rey Mysterio has bad luck when it comes to tag team partners. He always gets betrayed by a lot of superstars. I don't get why, because Rey Mysterio is a good person, kind, generous, and he loves everybody. But he gets betrayed every single time when he partners up or ally with somebody. But in my opinion, and don't get mad about this, I feel like Dominic and Santos should have won this match because see, last year Rey Mysterio defeated Dominic, right? So what about tying the winning thing? Dominic defeats Rey Mysterio. Tie. Then the next year's WrestleMania 41 should have been Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio. There you go, see? Win-win. Rey Mysterio wins round 1, Dominic wins round 2. And then round 3, WrestleMania 41, Dominic versus his father. Now think about that. Whoever wins that will break the tie of the winning. But, you know, it is what it is. It was a good, feel-good moment. But the thing is, the reason they were able to win is because they had to interfere with some random celebrities. To tell you the truth, whoever is a fan of those celebrities, I don't know who they are, so I'm sorry for making it sound disrespectful. I don't know who are these celebrities. I don't watch sports. I only watch wrestling, so I don't know who they are. But I feel like they should have no interference. They should have won it on their own. But I know WrestleMania is always with bringing random celebrities, so I'm not surprised they do that. But now, the next match, the fourth match, is the two brothers. Two brothers who have been a tag team since 2010. Yeah, I think 2010. Yeah, 2010. They've been tag teams since 2010. I remember watching them back when they first made their debut with Tamina. I remember they were a new tag team, and they're brothers. They are Jimmy and Jay Uso, the Usos. They have been a tag team since a lot of decades, actually. They have never separated until now because of the bloodline and everything else. Jay is tired of being mistreated. Jimmy didn't want Jay to be the new tribal chief. Jimmy went back with the bloodline, and now the brothers are facing each other. Two brothers who are born in the same day. Jimmy was born at 8:50 in the morning, and then 9 minutes later, Jay has also been born. Identical twins, one a little bit taller. Two twins who loved each other through all their lives. And it comes to a match between two brothers, Jimmy and Jay, the Usos. Let's just say the match wasn't as epic as I thought it was going to be, but I do love the dramatic story. I do love the story. But I am glad that Jay Uso won because I feel like he really needs this win more than Jimmy. But I do agree with the YouTube video I watched. Rikishi should have been involved. I mean, think about it. I feel like Rikishi could have been like, why? Why you two betray each other? You are brothers! You should never betray each other like this! You are brothers! Twins! That could have been a more dramatic story if Rikishi was involved with this. But I guess they didn't want to put Rikishi on, I guess. But I love the two brothers facing each other. And I'm glad that Jay Uso is the winner. So the next match is a six-woman tag team match. They are Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, Naomi, Damage Control, who are Dakota Kai, Asuka, and Kairi Sane. Now this is I feel like this is a random match out of nowhere, but I know they have been building up a little bit with those 6 women, but I feel like Asuka and Kairi Sane should defend their tag team titles, but you know, didn't happen like that. It just became a 6-woman tag. But I'm glad that Bianca, Jade, and Naomi won, because this is Jade Cargill's first official match, but at WrestleMania. And I'm glad they won. But I feel like Damage Control deserved it more because I feel bad for Asuka. Now she's 0-6. I can't believe it. 6 losses at WrestleMania. And she never won. That is sad. I'm like, Asuka should have had a little bit of wins. Maybe 1 or 2 wins. But 0 wins and 6 losses? My God. I feel bad for Asuka for this one. Now, the next match is Sami Zayn versus Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. Now, before I tell you who I wanted to win, here's the thing. There was a number 1 contender match. It was a gauntlet match, and Chad Gable was in it. And the final 2 was Chad Gable versus Sami Zayn. And here's the thing. I feel like Chad Gable should have won the number 1 contender match because he has a more build-up, more dramatic effect than Sami Zayn. Don't get me wrong, I like Sami Zayn. I have known Sami Zayn since he used to be called El Generico. But Chad Gable deserves this match more than Sami Zayn because of that build-up of losing the opportunity and seeing his daughter cry. Now, I know Sami Zayn has a similar thing with his son, but we didn't see no cry from his son. We only saw a disappointed look from his wife, yes. But the dramatic effect of Chad Gable's daughter crying, now that fits the story of Chad Gable rebuilding his momentum. And I think that Chad should have been the one in this match with Gunther. Because this would have been a good build-up storyline between an underdog who is Chad Gable and Gunther. But I will say this. It was still a good match between him and Gunther. Sami Zayn and Gunther. It was a good story with a dramatic effect of Sami Zayn not being able to win against Gunther. But I'm glad that Sami Zayn becomes the new Intercontinental Champion. And I'm going to give credit to Gunther for holding that title for 666 days. That is a very huge record. He has surpassed the Honky Tonk Man, and he has surpassed Pedro Morales. That has never been achieved until now. Gunther has done well as Intercontinental Champion. And if one day can happen, I could definitely see him as a world champion material. He has the work ethic, he has the look of a villain, he has the dominant performance. So I am not going to be surprised that he becomes the new world champion. Now, if this can happen, I feel like, you know what should happen? Gunther becomes Money in the Bank winner. And here's another thought. Cash in the Money in the Bank on Cody Rhodes or whoever is WWE Champion. Because think about this. Gunther as WWE Champion will submit his dominance. And Gunther will hold that title longer than anyone else. I'm not going to say he's going to surpass Bruno Sammartino. No. There's no way in heck he could do that. Because Bruno should keep that record. I don't care if some wrestlers are the best. They do not, and I repeat, do not surpass Bruno Sammartino's record. Because his record is one of the greatest records that has ever been achieved by a single competitor. So I don't care if you're the best or the greatest superstar. Nobody should not surpass Bruno Sammartino. Now for the Intercontinental title, it was a good match. And I'm going to say Gunther deserves to be world champion. Maybe not yet. But in a build-up, maybe he should win the Money in the Bank. Or win the Royal Rumble, then maybe he should be world champion at those times. But it was a good match. Either way, between Sami Zayn and Gunther. It was a good dramatic story of getting beat up by Gunther. So I'm glad that Sami Zayn wins. But if this is the case, here's what I want to see. I want to see Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable at SummerSlam. It will be a story about Chad Gable trying to get the Intercontinental Championship but didn't win. So make it happen. Now for the main event of night 1 of WrestleMania, it is a tag team match. The Bloodline, who is The Rock and Roman Reigns, versus Cody Rhodes and Seth freaking Rollins. Now, if Cody and Seth Rollins wins, it will be just a regular one-on-one match between Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. Now, for my other opinion, I mean, whoever wins this one, if Roman Reigns and The Rock win, well, it's going to be Bloodline rules, which means no disqualification, no countouts, and no rules, which means anything goes. Now, here's the thing. In originality, it was supposed to be The Rock versus Roman Reigns. But because of the fans, including myself, wanted Cody Rhodes to be the guy to face Roman Reigns, they changed it into a tag team match. Who could blame the fans? Cody Rhodes have worked hard for 2 years to be the guy to be a world champion. And now because The Rock and Roman Reigns won this match, there is no rules. Which means there's going to be a lot of interference. And I'm going to be disappointed that if Cody Rhodes loses, it's going to ruin everything that he has worked hard for. Cody Rhodes deserves to be world champion. And that's what I'm going to be saying. He needs to be a world champion. Through all 2 years, he has worked hard. When he first came to WWE since 2008, he had a potential. And when he left WWE, when he was Stardust, he worked hard outside of WWE. He became Ring of Honor World Champion. He became NWA World Champion. He became TNT World Champion. AEW World Champion. Oh, wait, no, I don't think he did. No, he became TNT World Champion. I don't think he became AEW World Champion, sorry. But the thing is, Cody Rhodes deserves to be World Champion. Because through all that hard work, he needs that title. He needs that power. So, Cody, I know you can be World Champion. I know that you can defeat Roman Reigns. Do it not just for your fans. Do it for your papa. Do it for your mama. Do it for your daughter. Do it for your hija. Do it for your wife. Do it for your family. Defeat Roman Reigns. Become the world champion. Rise up those titles. Raise up those titles. Rise up the title. Up into the sky where your Father is up in heaven, looking down on you with tears in his eye, being proud of you. Rise that title. Finish your story. Finish your journey. Because you deserve it, every second of it. You must be world champion. You must become world champion. Because you worked so hard for so long that you deserve it. For so long, you need that world title. Because you really should be world champion. Because you will be world champion. Because I believe in you, Cody. No matter the obstacles, no matter how many interferences of The Rock's family, Roman Reigns' family, keep going. Defeat every obstacle. Defeat Roman Reigns and become WWE champion. And if rumors are true, yes, bring back the Winged Eagle belt. Bring back that title, the Winged Eagle. Because that title is my childhood. I grew up with that title. I grew up watching that title. So defeat Roman Reigns, Cody. Win it. Rise up that title up into the sky where your father looks down on you, crying with tears in his eyes, being proud of you. And like you want to do, give that title to your mama. Hug her. Embrace that title. And your family will be so proud of you, they'll be crying with happy tears, celebrating your win. So do it for your papa, because I know he will be proud of you. And I know he's always been proud of you. So Cody, win that title. Become a world champion. And your legacy will live on forever. So good luck to you, Cody Rhodes. Defeat Roman Reigns. WrestleMania is yours. Finish your story. Finish your journey. Good luck to you, Cody. Good luck.